Wow. Soak in this moment. In fact, as a typical millennial, I'm going to take a selfie with all you in the background. So everyone smile. And I won't be posted on TikTok. It'll be on LinkedIn. So I expect several hundred more followers from this. No, but congratulations. Let's just start with that. Soak in this moment. You have made it. Those grueling hours in the library, those laugh until you cry moments, those times of doubt, the wins along the way, the good, the bad, the ugly. You have done it. As one chapter closes, a whole new series begins. It is surreal standing in front of you today. When Provost Friedman asked if I would deliver the commencement speech, I couldn't help but wonder what I did to deserve this honor. This is special, but I don't feel special. And I actually think that that's why I was selected. It's because my journey has been one foot in front of the other. It's inspiring. Oh, it is messy, but it is attainable and it is relatable. My goal is to instill some wisdom while also entertaining you. I think that the best way to do this is to tell you about my journey and what I've learned along the way. But I have lived a lot of lives in the last 36 years, and I only have 10 minutes. So I'm going to give you the abridged version. The longer version can be saved for Dukem. But before I jump into it, let me just paint a picture of what we were dealing with. Let's start with why I went to Truman to begin with. I would love to say it's because of the highly accredited business school, or the stellar placement rate after graduation, or how about the accolades of being the #1 public university in the Midwest for countless years, or maybe even the appeal of the nice cost of living. But no, I went to Truman because the boy I liked went here. I was clearly destined to be a CEO from the beginning. I had a huge fear of failure. I mean, so bad that I didn't even want to try. I wouldn't even walk into the cafeteria by myself because it made me feel like a lost puppy. I didn't have an identity. I didn't have any confidence. I was afraid to stand out, even though I knew I wanted to shine. Okay, so there have been 3 defining moments in my life, each with a unique lesson that make me who I am today. The first one happened right here at Truman. It was the first day of Dr. Martinez's consumer research class. I showed up 1 minute before class was supposed to start, so of course the only seat that was open was the one front and center. I could not hide. Dr. Martinez asked a question. Nobody raised their hand. So since I was in the hot seat, she asked me for my opinion. She saw me. She called me by my name, Miss Brooks. I don't even know what the question was that she asked, but I remember her saying I was a good student. That instantly became my identity. From that moment and still to this day, I strive to live up to those 2 simple words, good student. This is also when I proudly adopted a key theme in my life. Fake it until you make it. Say yes, figure it out later. Yes, I am a good student. How? I don't know, but I'll figure it out. And I did. I have said yes to the silliest of things that have led me to the craziest of opportunities, including flipping a coin to decide to move from Kirksville, Missouri to San Francisco when I hadn't even seen that part of the country before. And I'm just now literally realizing that that's a key theme in my life because I'm said yes to a job in Minnesota before I'd even been to that state. So just say yes. Saying yes to a 3 a.m. business meeting with a world-famous 2-time Grammy-nominated DJ to pitch him on brain health supplements. Or literally just last week, when I was casted as John Corbett's daughter in a film. I don't have any speaking lines. I have no idea if it'll even make it off the cutting room floor. But it was an opportunity that could have only happened if I said, sure, why not? I can be an actress in a Hollywood film. Say yes. You can always pivot. You can always change your mind, but whatever you're going after cannot happen unless you try. Fun fact, most established adults do not know what we're doing on a daily basis. Am I right, parents? Right? Yes. I actually don't even know if this is what you're supposed to do during a commencement speech. It's totally fine. If it doesn't work out, you've at least collected some good stories along the way. My next pivotal moment is when I found my why. If I'm being completely honest with you, I'm not really proud of who I was until I was about 28 years old. Prior to 28, I was so caught up in climbing the corporate ladder that I was willing to bulldoze over anybody just to get the work done. I took confidence too far this time. I was selfish, I was cocky, and I cared more about the awards than the impact around me. It really is a miracle that that boy that I followed to Truman put up with me as I made him move to 3, almost 4 different states and ultimately married me. Thank you. I love you. I wouldn't want to do this without you. So what changed? I found my why. I don't consider myself maternal in the sense that I want to be on the PTA or a stay-at-home mom or, God, even have a Pinterest account. I can't do that. But, God, my mama bear is strong. Real strong, sometimes too strong. My heart literally ached when I would see babies and all I had were negative pregnancy tests. My why was no longer about me. It wasn't about chasing a title. It wasn't about fitting into a certain pant size. It became about doing anything I could to bring this little baby into my life. That is the season I needed to live in. Everything I do is so that I can be the best version of myself for my family. Whether it's working out, exercising, getting enough rest, or even the clients that I choose to work with, are so that I can be the most present, less stressed version of myself for my kids. Or at least I try. Sometimes I fail, but I'm not afraid of failure anymore. So I will keep trying. Find your why. As you walk beyond these academic walls into the real world, I want you to know that the pursuit of a meaningful life is intricately tied to understanding your purpose. Seek out the passions that fulfill you. Your why is the driving force behind your actions, the compass guiding you through life. After graduation, we talk so much about work. Isn't that ironic? You're likely on your own for the first time and we choose to focus on work. We should be focusing on living, experiencing, loving, learning, and being. So that brings me to my third and final pivotal moment. Not letting external labels define you. Where you work and what you do for work will and should change. Sometimes for good reasons. Promotions, new opportunities, etc. Sometimes it's out of your control. Layoffs, businesses closing. Or you know what? You flat out change your mind, and that's okay too. But if you let those external labels be your identity, you lose that identity with that inevitable change. About 3 years ago, I reached the pinnacle of titles. I was CEO of a nootropic supplement company. It was so cool to tell people that I was a CEO as a female in my 30s. A year ago, almost to the day, we launched nationwide in GNC stores. Also, a year ago, almost to this day, I had a preventative double mastectomy. I carry the BRCA1 gene mutation. I don't know why I'm getting choked up and I talk all the time, but I carry the BRCA1 gene mutation. That means I have up to a 90% chance of breast cancer in my life. When I did that life-saving surgery, I lost that coveted title. But I did not lose my identity. In fact, I gained a new identity that I think I can be even more proud of, and that is pre-Viber. I chose health over business for the first time in my life that day. And that's because I can't be there for my family, my wife, if I'm not healthy. The title is not what matters. I don't think I'm here today in front of you because of what I do for a living, but because of who I am for a living. Don't get me wrong, there's many labels that I'm proud of. I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a Truman alum, I'm a volunteer, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a breast cancer pre-Viber, I'm an ovarian cancer pre-Viber. But what that really means is I'm nurturing, I'm grounded, I'm an advocate, I'm compassionate, I am resilient. Those are the labels I choose to identify with. My current external title is some combination of managing partner, CMO advisor, but none of that matters. Those aren't the labels I choose. The label I choose is empowering. I am on a mission to empower teams towards a common goal that make an impact in this world. I do that through my work as a co-founder and managing partner of an agency, giving new freelancers an opportunity to gain real work experience to gain their confidence. I do this as my work as a chief marketing officer, building strategic plans for companies so they're empowered to move to the next level of growth. I do this through my work on Women on Boards project with the mission of putting more females in first-time board positions. And I achieve my mission by raising 2 young boys, Jackson and Grayson, to be compassionate, thoughtful, curious young men. It's amazing how often we meet somebody new when we ask, "What do you do for a living?" That only puts such a small label on the piece of the puzzle. As you go to your next chapter, I strongly encourage you to reframe the question from "What do I want to do?" to "Who do I want to be?" And let that be your guiding light for what you do in this world. I am so excited for your graduation. This graduating class, your generation, my generation, millennials, we brought hustle culture. We brought measuring your worth in likes. But we also brought side parts and skinny bean jeans, and I will keep that in fashion. But I truly believe that your generation will be the one that swings the pendulum back. You will be focusing on people, mental health, and the planet. You will celebrate the differences. You will bring work-life balance back into equilibrium. You will be the generation that makes breakthroughs in education, business, science, and arts that truly make an impact. You will understand how your actions can impact racial, social, economical, and gender equality. Let me leave you with some final thoughts. The day you stop trying, failing, learning, and experiencing is the day you stop growing. Embrace challenges as opportunities, setbacks as stepping stones, and failures as the building blocks of success. You will make mistakes. Reflect often. Be humble. Remember, you cannot make a diamond without pressure. When life gives you pressure, hold tight. Stay grounded. Focus on your why. Live in that season, because at the end of the season, you will turn into a diamond. Truman State University, class of 2023. The world awaits the mark that you will make. Congratulations, and may your journey be filled with yeses, purpose, and intrinsically motivated titles of your choosing, and do not let anyone dull your shine. Thank you.